sir.
Roshni, Jit, Shekhar. I think these are the people who are familiar to me. Remaining people, namaste everyone, namaste. And
Namaste, sir.
namaste Devi. As I told you that today I'm going to explain the top important current affairs for the prelims point of view. So I will start the session. And before that, just give me confirmation whether you are able to see the screen or not. And just give me a minute, please. Just a second. Right. My screen is visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Okay. Whenever it is disconnected, please let me know. Okay. As I'm focusing on the
Okay,
teaching, sometimes it may be disconnected. Maybe there are several reasons, technical reasons for it. Please, whenever screen is disconnected, please let me know. Okay. Two conditions for you: you have to see me or see the screen. If both are missing, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Shall we start? The
okay, sir.
topmost current affair issues for the 2023 preliminary examination. Arahara Mahadeva Shambho Shankara. Okay. The first article is, the first issue was in news is, that is a private member bill on right to health. Okay. So this reminds me one recent current affair issue. See, the question goes like this: which of the following state announced right to health? That is Rajasthan. Just happened on April 6th or 7th. The second important announcement is from Andhra Pradesh. It created the scheme called as Family Doctor. So for those who are preparing for non-UPSC exams, you should well aware about this particular issue. Okay. So before going to explain you this whole topic, I would like to come back to this issue, that what is this right to health bill? Okay. So what is it right to health bill? First of all, can anyone help me in understanding what do you mean by health? Any idea about what is mean by health? Don't say your Bengali translation. What do you mean by health? In Hindi, they will call swast. In Telugu, we call arogyam. And what do you will call health? Hello, Babu Shona.
Sir,
Okay.
swasti.
Hey, you are not Bengali. You should not talk. You go.
Astho, sir.
Then I should have one Bengali person there. Yes, Roshmi. Go ahead. What do you mean by health?
Shastho.
Chastho.
Yeah.
Chastho.
Yes, sir.
So how to say
Yes, sir.
how to say your health is? I mean, are you having good health like that? How is your health? That question in translation.
তোমার শরীর কেমন আছে?
You should not
তোমার
scold.
শরীর কেমন আছে?
You should not scold us. Okay, Tuma Sharir. Hey, you are scolding, I guess. Okay, we will teach this lesson later. Now let us come back to the topic. So, what is health? Now, I would like to tell you this particular aspect very clearly. In our general studies paper 2, there is a topic called as health. We do have a health issues topic. Now, for that questions, one should write a beautiful definition of health given by WHO. No other definition can give you such a holistic meaning of health than WHO. So, for those who are not aware about what do you mean by health, I'm just explaining what is health. So try to understand that. That is health. According to WHO, health is According to WHO, health is state of well-being. State of well-being, well-being physically, underline this, physically, socially, and mentally. I repeat again, physically, socially, and mentally. State of well-being of physically, mentally, and mentally, not merely absence of disease, not merely absence of disease. I hope I am very clear with this definition. The state of well-being physically, mentally, socially, not merely absence of disease. So you feel that I don't have any disease, I'm strong and I'm healthy. No, 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 no. It includes mental well-being. Physically, see, certain people will bleed. Let us say if you have any injury, you will bleed. It is visible to you, but we don't know how many of us bleeding internally. There are emotions, particularly girls, they will carry number of emotions. Okay, they will see when they came out, they will face some rude comments. They will accept. Of course, she will bleed, unlike anything. When when at home, she will be discriminated in many aspects. Again, she will feel like that. Not any every home, but universally, it is. You can say one or other girls will get some kind of some kind of other treatment than boys. I mean, so inferior treatment other than boys in some cases. So so that is the thing. So mentally, physically, you should have that well-being. Okay, so that's the reason I would like to tell you that. So what is health? Health is nothing but a well-being of physically, mentally, and socially, not merely absence of disease. Am I clear with the definition? अब सबको
Yes, sir.
definition याद है ना? So
Yes,
just
yes.
remember the definition, my dear friends. Now the question is, now the article explains about right to health bill. Now this is one of the long term pending issue. Okay, so right to health. So first of all, what is the constitutionality here? See, that is, health is a topic which was kept in the 7th schedule and within the state list. आपको याद है ना आर्टिकल 245 246 ये चीज आपको क्या बोलेगा? That is, center will have control over union list, state will have the command over state list. So health comes under which list? State list. So who will have the highest authority here? State will have highest authority. We don't have any authority, in fact central government. So whatever we understood now, what is the status of health in the constitution? Health in the constitution was kept with the 7th schedule in the state list. Now this is very important for us to understand that this right to health issue, this right to health issue was now kept in the Supreme Court. Supreme Court, I mean, sorry, kept a private bill, kept as a private bill. Now what is important is a right to health is one of the right to health is one of the demand from last few years. In fact, last few years people are demanding about right to health issue. However, I would like to tell you that right to health is not a fundamental right as of till now. However, I just want to tell you there is some issue we have to understand. That is, Supreme Court, Supreme Court, Supreme Court in Supreme Court in this famous case called as Premanand Katra. I repeat again, Supreme Court in Paramanand Katra. Paramanand Katra versus Union of India, 1989. Quite important name for our mains point of view. Paramanand Katra, 1989, it declared right to health comes under fundamental right. Right to health comes under fundamental right. Okay. Right to health comes under fundamental right. This was Supreme Court judgment. So before understanding the bill, I told you that what is health. I told you what do you mean by health in the constitution point of view. It comes under state list. And I also told you that according to Supreme Court, Paramanand Katra versus Union of India, that is, it comes under Article 21. Now let us come to the topic of what is this bill is about. A private member bill was introduced to made right to health as one of the fundamental right. Of course, it doesn't pass in the house, so it is just a introduction. That's it. So, which we can expect the MCQs like right to health comes under which of the following fundamental right? Right to health comes under which of the following fundamental right as per the Supreme Court judgment? Yes, I'm waiting for your opinion. As per the Supreme Court judgment, right to health comes under
Fundamental rights, sir.
Fundamental right.
which fundamental right, Preeti ji?
32.
So Article 21.
Right to life.
21. Just remember that, okay? So now, apart from that, I told you, just I want to now convey to you what is private members bill. See, one topic I explained almost 3 subtopics. I explained about definition of health. I explained about health under constitution. I explained about Supreme Court judgment. Now I'm coming to the private member bill. Now, you should understand that constitution even allows a non-MP. The word is very important. Non-minister. So a non-minister can introduce the bill. So such non-ministers, whenever they introduce a bill, that bill is called as private member bill. Am I clear? So any non-minister, whoever introduced the bill, that is a private member bill and he is a private member. So generally, for a non-minister, he should give at least 1 month prior notice. The first point is non-minister. The second point is 1 month prior notice, and it is introduced only on Fridays. Only on Fridays. My dear friends, do concentrate on these keywords. UPSC already framed this question on private members bill just 2 years back. So this topic is a previous year question topic. Understood? So private member bill in India, introduced on 1 month prior notice, with a 1 month prior notice. And what is other point I told you? Discussed only on Friday. That too here, my dear friends, only on Friday afternoon. Only on Friday afternoon. That is the only thing you can go ahead with that. Okay. Now you should understand, for a private member bill, the drafting work should be done by the same member. So the member himself will draft the bill. For a government bill, departments will help. That is the one more difference I will tell you. For a government bill, departments will help. For example, let us say some court bill associated with some judiciary is introduced. Then Ministry of Law, Department of Law can help such bill. Am I clear? So, as I told you here, specifically I am mentioning that is you have a private member bill and you have even a so-called the public person bill. So public person bill is nothing but a minister will introduce, but my topic is a private member bill. So in comparison, I am telling that non-minister, he will himself draft the bill, and the government, and introduce only on Friday afternoons, and he will give 1 month prior notice. Okay, so there is a private member bills committee also for this bills, and it will tries to work out on the private member bills. Okay, so this is the most important information I can tell you. for this topic. So what I want to, again, I want to stress on the key information here. By a minister, 1 month before, 1 month prior notice, only on Friday afternoons. Then a parliamentary committee bill committee is there on the private members bill, and finally it usually helps in bringing the government attention. Not such serious information to have a question, but up to here there is a possibility of question. Any doubts regarding private members bill?
No, sir.
Absolutely clear, I guess, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Then
sir.
it's okay. Then we are going to the next current affair issue, which was in news. This was in news because of Uttarakhand elections, Gujarat elections, and upcoming elections also it will be in news. Okay, because one of the agenda of Janata Party, which is the parent party of Bharatiya Janata Party, which is the parent party of Bharatiya Janata Party, is two important. One is Ram Mandir and UCC. Okay, the opening speech of Bharatiya Janasangh Party given by Shama Prasad Mukherjee, it said that they are going to like okay, so they said that they are going to bring this, what you call, Akhanda Bharat, the concept of Akhanda Bharat, and they even told that apart from Akhanda Bharat, they will try to you know uh, one nation, one country, and they even said that the partition is unethical, so they want to get back the both countries again. So like that, they used to tell a lot of things. However, I just want to tell you that whatever it was done, and now we have to see that things are moving ahead. Now you see Ram Mandir is also going well. So the next two important things left for the government are, one is your UCC, and other thing is annexation of POK. So I guess POK annexation will happen soon. In the sense, before elections, maybe they may plan. So we don't know what things will go, because uh, last time, Balakot incident and terror attacks, never, even political scholars never expected that things. However, it happened. So we don't know, but I'm expecting that things will go ahead. So either things move, maybe this year or maybe next year, you will see some interesting developments nearby Pakistan also. We'll see. Okay. So the next topic we are going to understand is regarding UCC. Okay. Regarding UCC. So Uniform Civil Code. We are well aware that Uniform Civil Code. So I'm not going to give you any kind of. I hope my screen is visible, my dear friends.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to give you the mains part of the UCC. I will just provide you the prelims part of UCC. So during the Constitution Assembly, that is Alladi Krishnaswamy Iyer and K.M. Munshi. So these people somewhat critical towards this UCC, whereas even B.R. Ambedkar also not in a manner to implement not in a hurry manner to implement the UCC. The only question is, B.R. Ambedkar raised that what is the use of liberty if it is unable to bring social reforms? So with that introduction, he put forward the condition of Uniform Civil Code. You see, Uniform Civil Code will tries to bring uniformity, I mean commonness, uniformity or commonness among all the religions. So what is the main motto is, let us say today, if Hindu want to get divorce, he should go to court and he should get a divorce application, everything should be done. If you see, before 2017, Islam people used to follow talaq, instant triple talaq, it was banned. Now further, I would like to tell you, the adoption rules are also different. So the UCC aims to bring uniform rules of marriage, divorce, adoption, property maintenance, so on and so forth. So what is UCC here? According to Article 44, UCC is aims to bring uniform uniform or common rules for adoption for all personal laws. For all personal laws. I repeat again, it will tries to bring that is tries to bring uniforms rules for all the personal laws like marriage, divorce, and so on and so forth. Am I clear with that? That is UCC. So UCC was kept in Directive Principles of State Policies. Directive Principles of State Policies from Article 36(2), from Article Directive Principles of State Policies from Article 37 to from Article 37 to 51, from Article 37 to 51. Okay, so that is DPSPs from Part 4. Tell me from which country we borrowed this DPSPs? Any idea? Yes.
Sir, Soviet Union. I'm not sure. I forgot.
You are not sure? That is incorrect. So it was borrowed from Irish Constitution or Ireland Constitution. Ireland borrowed from the Spain. Okay. So whatever here, I just want to confirm to you, we borrowed UCC from Ireland. In fact, I don't believe it is from Ireland. I will tell you, when there is a class of polity, I can tell you that, but today I cannot tell you because we haven't, most of the features are not borrowed from Ireland. So there is a certain things I have to confirm you that some of the features are inspired by Indian, for example, Indian people. For example, see there is Article 40, Organization of Panchayats. It was the Gandhian idea. There is no Ireland here. But the what we borrowed is non-justiciable feature. That is we borrowed from Ireland. Understood? So, but all DPSPs are not borrowed from Ireland, in my view, in fact, because there is some controversy about this. But still, I can tell you that all fundamentalists and all DPSPs are not borrowed from Ireland. In fact, there is some kind of localization happened in DPSPs. Whatever. So we understood what is UCC. That is aims to bring uniform civil code and equal personal laws for all the religions. Part 4, DPSPs had this. DPSPs are non-justiciable, and we borrowed from Ireland. Just want to add last information that that is Uttarakhand government appointed Rajani Desai, Justice Rajani Desai, okay, to study UCC, okay. So to study, Ranjana Prakash Desai, I'm sorry for that. Ranjana Prakash Desai, I repeat again, Ranjana Prakash Desai. Okay. So Uttarakhand government appointed Ranjana Prakash Desai to study UCC implementation. Okay. So we had only one state in India which is successfully implementing UCC, that is Goa. Of course, Goa is even not a true UCC country, but still it is the Goa which is implementing it. So we understood UCC, we understood that Article 44, DPSPs, and Goa is currently implementing, and Uttarakhand even appointed a person, Ranjana Prakash Desai, to study the UCC implementation issues. Done. Any doubts in UCC? Any doubts in UCC?
No, sir.
Okay. So you are clear with UCC, am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So tell me, what is your thoughts in UCC? Do you think that UCC is going to help India? Just have an opinion. I'm not going to judge anyone. Will it help India?
Yes, sir.
Yes, said by Joey. Why?
Sir,
Why?
it might help India,
Sir,
but I don't think that it will help India. Like
Uh,
it cannot help India in effective way because we have so many kind of religions here, no? So
okay.
but sir, it will
there
create
are
a common sense of unity that we all are Indians, inspired, despite the fact that there are differences.
sir actually there are what should I say?
You should
Maybe
say,
sir, I think that every religion have their own perspective and their own way of thinking, so the thought will clash at one point, and we can't deny that all the religions will think like same. I think they won't think in same way, so I don't think that it will help, but if we will follow it properly then it can help. So it have two points, like it can be negative and it can be positive. If it is implemented properly, then it will help.
okay, good points, in fact. As you said, I mean, even Law Commission said that it is, it may benefit, but it even had some negative things also. Anyway, we'll do that in that mains topics. We'll read that, not now. Prelims point of view, it is enough. Go ahead. Next issue, that Supreme Court take up the case recently, and that since in the month of July, June, that it want to study the right to vote, right to vote option two under trials, mean people who are in prison. So this topic is very important for us, because Supreme Court, sorry, UPSC time and again asking questions on election commission in a very interesting manner. So there is a question about VVPATs. There is a question about what is right to vote. Is a fundamental right? Is a constitutional right? Is a is it a legal right, or is it any natural right? Okay. So on these things you should work out on it. So let me try to help you what is this complete article is about. Okay. So let us try to understand this particular issue on a broader note. Uh, in a prelims point of view, I will give you a brief about the complete issue of elections. Okay. So now, number one, elections are mentioned in Part 15 of Indian Constitution from Article 324 to 329. Elections are mentioned in the Constitution from Article 324 to 329. So from Article 324 to 329, we had the provisions with respect to elections. Clear? So these elections, these elections are very much important for us. Two aspects. Number one, elections will provide you the symbol for democracy. In fact, I read a book written by S.I. Qureshi, The Unaccounted Wonder, that is elections in India, how elections in India conducted everything. Now, Article 324, 325, and 326. 326 guarantees you universal adult franchise. Universal adult franchise. So I think you people remember that in the beginning of our constitution, it is 21 years the voting is. 21 years. So you should thanks to 61st Amendment, which in 1989, 61st Amendment 1989, thanks to Rajiv Gandhi ji at that time. he reduced the voting age to 18 years. Right. So I am explaining you the voting system in India, and right now we followed 18 years is the age, and you can go and vote on your own party and will. That is your wish. Now, coming to voting rights, we understood that voting rights was given by the constitution, and we had this article 326, which talks about universal adult franchise. Further, I also told you that 1989 we have a 61st amendment, and then election commission was, the age of the voters was reduced to 21 to 18. But I want to give you a further clarification about one issue. So that is, what is right to vote? Right to vote is a constitutional right according to constitution and according to UPSC. There is a case pending in Supreme Court. What is right to decide what is right to vote, whether it is a constitutional right or it is a legal right. Now, this right to vote talks about people. People has a power to elect their own representatives. But what is the qualification of voter? The qualification of voter was thoroughly discussed in Representation of People's Act 1950. Representation of People's Act 1950. You should remember this. Whereas Representation of People's Act 1951 talks about qualification of the candidate. Okay, 1951 talks about qualification of a candidate, whereas 50 talks about qualification of a voter. 50 talks about qualification of voter. This can be a possible MCQ. Consider the following statements on voter in India. Number one, Representation of People's Act 1950 defines the voter eligibility and disqualification. Correct. Second statement says Representation of People's Act 1951 discussed about the qualifications of a candidate. It is also true. So both are correct in this aspect. Now come to the point here. Who can vote? Who can vote in the elections? So on a clear manner, it was mentioned that is section 62 of RPA defines who can vote. A person who has their name in the electoral roll of any constituency, they can vote. Person who is ineligible to vote, that is, as per the 16 of the RPA 1950, he cannot vote. He cannot vote. He cannot vote in two to three places. Okay. And it was mentioned that a person who is in jail or prison, he cannot vote. A person who is in jail, he cannot vote. He cannot vote. Okay. So person who is in jail also cannot vote. You should remember this very clearly. Okay. So want to confirm again that a person, a person cannot vote if he is in prison. If he is in prison, he cannot vote. So that is the issue which came to the light of the Supreme Court, because Supreme Court now examining the issue. Today, criminals are in politics. They even became ministers also, criminals. All the criminals, they became ministers. So, it was clearly asking that who can vote and who cannot vote. So, the question is, being under trial or being in jail, why should they lose the chance of electing a person? Am I clear? So, why should they lose? Because they are under trials, they are in prison. That's it. They are convicts. If he is a convict, okay, let us say he is convict, we can accept, we can say yes or no for it. But here it is very difficult to remember that even the persons who are in jail, they are not subject for voting. So Supreme Court is currently examining the issue, but whatever information we discussed, my dear friends, it is most important one. It is most important one. So do remember that. Do remember that this question quite important for our point of view. So hope you are clear with the right to vote. So right to vote is a constitutional right. The first one I want to confirm to you before going to end the topic. The right to vote is a constitutional right, and voting was mentioned by Article 326. Further, Section 62 of RPA 1950 talks about eligibility of voters. I already told you that 1951 Act talks about eligibility of a candidate. Now, a person who is subject for disqualification, they cannot vote. One of the term is if he is in jail, he cannot vote. So this is the things you can say. So will a person who is under preventive detention can vote? He can vote. Person who is arrested under preventive detention, he or she can vote, but not the other persons. Whoever arrested on the name of the law. So if you did a mistake, you will be arrested. So you cannot vote. Only those people through which uh, there is no problem to the detention, they can stop. I mean, they can go for the issue. So that is the thing I can confirm that. So do remember this factual content, that is who can vote, who cannot vote, and we can also remember that the characteristics of the votings. Am I clear with this particular topic?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Listen. I am going a bit speed because I need to explain almost 35 to 50 topics. So please, if you have any issues with the speed of the lecture, please let me know now itself. Divi, are you comfortable?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Jait, Kaushal, and Anvesha, CS, Amrita, Shreya, Saraswati ji, and Shreya and Aparna.
Yes, sir.
I hope it is okay. Speed is okay for
Yes,
you.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Aparna. I think Amrita is not talking, but anyway, it's okay. Fine. Uh, uh, uh. Who is from Midnapur region? Anyone? Midnapur? Who is from Darjeeling?
So, Sekhar.
Shekhar.
Siliguri. Yes, sir.
Shekhar, are you close to Naxalbari?
Ye- Yes, sir. One hour.
When have you ever gone there?
No, sir.
Yes, I went there once. It is
Yeah,
on my way,
Kaushal
sir.
was.
Kaushal,
Yes, sir.
nice. Tell me one thing, my dear friends. How much Bengalis love this person, Char Majumdar? I mean, I mean, as we know, I mean, I came to know that he is much respected figure after independence in India. Is it true in Bengal region? Hello.
No idea, sir, about it. But he
Okay.
was
Sir,
the
those
leader of
Bengal,
No
this.
idea, sir.
so those Bengalis who harness the idea of the Communist Party,
Yes.
they see him as an ideal figure. But I don't know their number.
You are not Communist Party member, Joey.
Sir, I'm apolitical. I'm not towards any political party.
Hmm. Who is communist family here? I mean, anyone who belongs to communist family? No communist family. So Bengal is changing. Yes. So all you people belongs to like what do you call? I mean, democratic people, not communist people. Nice, nice. Just a second. ఎవరమ్మా ఏ ఎవరు అంటే ఐవన్ రేపు కలుద్దాం మార్చి మీటింగ్ లో ఉన్నాను. So what I can understand that Char Mazumdar is respectable person for those who are communist parties. Nice, nice, nice. Tell me one more thing. Recently on Ram Navami, media is saying that entire Bengal is, Bengal is shaking, Bengal is dancing like that. Is that such violent activities happen? Is that only one place or twice, two places affected by communal violence? Tell me one that. Anyone?
So the area which I live in,
Answer it.
Salt Lake, it was peaceful. The rally went, there was a dark door and everything. There was no violence. We didn't see any violence here at least.
Okay, Preeti, you are about to say something, I guess.
Yes,
Preeti,
sir.
yeah, Preeti.
So only in Howrah district happens.
Okay. Yeah, Anvesha.
So in our place, a little clash was there, but not some major.
Okay. Will you agree with me or not? When I conducted my thesis in political science studies about communal violence in India, I documented with the evidence that, the places where, mark my words very clearly, the places where we had a weak socio-economic basis, such places are affected by communal violence. I will give an example. At that time, I think almost 9 years back, around 2012, 11, like that. During the Apple, during the Apple export season, there were absolutely zero communal clashes, zero stone pelting. Stone pelting, मालूम है ना आपको? Just throwing the stone. Zero
Yes, sir.
communal clashes, zero stone planting in Kashmir. After the Apple season was completed, they started to do these things. Same thing with Allahabad communal riot. Same thing with many places. You don't find such communal clashes in Bangalore. I mean, based on the religion, they won't find because they are busy with the software works. So I
Yes.
can tell you that whenever it is an issue where it is Naxalism, terrorism, extremism, radicalism, say it can be whatever communalism, it is because of weak socio-economic background. Persons who are more educated like you, your family may not involve with those things, may not think about those things because they are immaterial. Only such people are affected who are not having a proper social background. Whether you are accept me, whether you are reject me, but this is the truth, which I found from my thesis.
I
Understood?
agree, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Then it's okay. So now we are going to understand the next important topic here. So we'll go to see the next topic, that is what allowing. Hope my screen is visible. Okay, don't.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir.
Thank you. So allowing people to, I mean, NRI people to vote in India. Okay, so NRS who stayed in abroad beyond the 6 months can go and go for voting. And what is the important thing is, according to 2010 Act, try to understand. I will tell you the first act here. But before that, before see, understand here. That is, only one person will go to the station and they will vote. So before 2010, even NRIs are allowed to vote. Even NRIs are allowed to vote. Okay. So now I would like to tell you that. So what is this NRI voting and things in India? So today NRIs will cast their vote through electronically transmitted postal ballot system. So NRIs today They will cast their vote through electronically transmitted postal ballot system. Okay, electronically transmitted postal ballot system. So it was now proposed by ECA to extend this to the overseas voters, that is for the NRIs. Understood? So a simple question can come here. What is ETPBS? That is electronically transmitted postal ballot issues. Do remember that. Very, very important one. Do remember that. Then we have overseas voters and all these things like what I mean. It need a change in the election rules 1961 and all these things. It was happened. So just remember that today we do have this. I mean, it was given to the same benefit is given to the services people who are above 80, people who are under preventive detention, and media people who are journalists. So, from this article, I would like to tell you that very simple point, that is, Election Commission of India is ready to introduce this ETPBS system, and this will allow people. Sorry, people can vote their candidates. Okay, so right now the service voters can also use this thing, and voters above 80 years is voters who can preventive detention and media journalists, they can go for voting. Okay, so this is quite important information. You should remember. Hope you will remember the thing. So voters. I mean, our NRIs can vote. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. From 2011 onwards, they are now voting in India. So they are doing voting through postal ballots. But now the idea is to provide this voting system. You should remember one more point, my dear friends. This year, Election Commission of India is going to test remote voting mission (RVMs). For whom it was created? For migrant workers. So ETPBS is in news. Remote electronic voting is also in news. So please do maintain some attention over this kind of topics, my dear friends. Just work out on it. Is it clear? The second topic, that is RVMs. RVMs will provide voting rights to migrant workers. Migrant workers. Do you have an idea here? Next topic is that is Next topic is we are going to understand the pardoning powers of the president. The pardoning powers of the president. So this topic is in news for two issues. One is the issue of Rajiv Gandhi. The issue of Rajiv Gandhi assassinated victim. She is now working on the work. I mean, she got a pardon. Pardon. Apart from that, we have the controversial Bilkis Bano case. Bilkis Bano. Okay, so now both are important. So Bilkis Bano issue and the Rajiv Gandhi assassination issues. I'm not going to discuss what is the whole issue is about. What is the pros and cons? What is thing about is correct or wrong? I'm not going to discuss that because I'm now teaching now for mains. So I would like to tell you that what is this whole issue is about and how to understand this whole issue. We have to see the constitutionality of the pardoning power. Okay, so before going to that, Indian Constitution, Indian Constitution clearly mentioned. Just a second. Indian Constitution clearly mentions about the pardoning power of the president and the governor. The pardoning power of the president and the governor. Okay. So the power of the president is completely different from the pardoning power of the, not completely, to some extent different from the pardoning power of the governor. So let us try to examine the pardoning power of the president. Article 72 of Indian Constitution talks about pardoning power of the president. Similarly, we have Article 161 for the governor. So, first question, I just want to explain this topic from question and answer format. First question: Is he uh, eligible to take independent decisions? Is he free in this aspect? No, absolutely no. That is, he is supposed to take aid and advice from Council of Ministers. Similar question to this, people also, that is, he will also support the Council of Ministers. So there is no discriminatory for this person. So he will be aid and advised by Council of Ministers and Council of Ministers of State. Further, quite important, do understand here further that, yeah, so further, uh, he should not give any arbitrary judgments. He should give, in a sense, only according to law he can act. Only according to law. So, what is wider power is President of India can issue. President of India can issue pardoning power to all the aspects, whereas he cannot issue. Governor cannot issue the pardoning power to, that is, martial court. So he cannot impose martial courts, and then with respect to death punishments. With respect to death punishment also, the issue should go to Supreme Court. Clear? Article 72. So on similar lines, we have Article 161. Okay, Council of Ministers, and here we will see Council of Ministers, and this person is also supposed to follow some guidelines given by the Supreme Court. So one thing I want to confirm to you that just a second. One thing I want to confirm to you that is my screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That is, in this particular case, the issue was Supreme Court is now referring this issue as a case was filed against Tamil Nadu by Center. Okay, so Article 161 is important. Article 19 Clause 2. Article 19 Clause 2 is important, and because Article 19 Clause 2 clearly stated that freedom of speech and expression is violated on certain basics. But here, the freedom of expression is for pardon. Is it violated or not? So this is a question which is in Supreme Court. So there are many issues, but for our convenience, we should have only one idea that here, that is one idea here very clearly, that Article 161, Article 72, they are not independent, they are even discriminatory. That is, President will decide the issues. Okay, this is the issue, which is very small issue. Just remember the facts. That's enough. Next, we have one more current issue, that is political situations in Karnataka. Political situation in Karnataka, where we will find a grand alliance. This year we see grand alliance, whereas again it is completely nullified by BJP government. So let us wait for this. Today also the Grand Alliance is working. So Grand Alliance is somewhat which is working. So at that time what happened? Maharashtra formed government with Shiva Sena and NCP of Sharad Pawar. But that grand alliance was broken. Now again BJP came to the power. This is what happened in Maharashtra. But Maharashtra is in news because of two different issues, my dear friends. Not one, two different issues. Number one, Maharashtra, Maharashtra ruling party Shiva Sena had a tussle, had an issue over political party symbol. Which party is the original party is a difficult task to find out. Election Commission found that April is the toughest for all the people. In the sense, Election Commission, I mean, sorry, the House was decided to go for the floor test. Now, floor test, no confidence motion are very, very, very close, but they are different. I repeat again, floor test, confidence motion, no confidence motion, very, very different. But I would like to tell you, floor test is to check the majority of the house, to check the majority of the ruling party. A floor test will be conducted. Okay, so Article 174 said that governor can summon, dissolve and prorogue the legislative assembly. I repeat again that the governor has the power to summon, dissolve, prorogue the legislative assembly. Okay. Governor even had a power to dissolve the assembly also. So these two articles could be remembered for our exam point of view. 174 talks about governor can issue summons, and work out on the issues. I mean, what are the pending issues are there? He can work out. Whereas Article 174 Clause 2, it is saying that he has the power to dissolve the house. So governor position is important in the state assembly. Understood? So this is I can tell you. So now question can be straightforward question can come. That is, who has the power to go for floor test? But you cannot say governor because it is nowhere in the constitution gave the power that he has the power to go for floor test. Because the only thing is he can summon the house, he can ask the house to meet in emergency manner, something else, but he cannot demand this particular right, that is floor test. So Supreme Court is now checking the element of floor test, in the assembly. Okay, that is also a small topic, very small topic, and that is the issue. So what I can confirm you is, that this particular aspects of party or what is happening is not very much important, but any constitutional aspect, whatever constitutional aspect we will see, that will comes as a quite important thing. Do remember that, okay? Just give me a second. I'll back. Just give me a second. Thank you so much. Now we'll go for the next topic. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, Kerala governor recently gave a warning that he can remove a minister. So, couple of months back, he said that he can remove the minister from the office. So, is it possible to remove a minister by governor? That is the first question we should understand. So, in these two cases, governor role became a bit issue, and here governor even openly stated that he can remove a minister. So, constitution give such a power given by constitution? Absolutely no, my dear friends. So, constitution doesn't give power to governor to act like an independent body. Not at all possible. Not at all possible. Okay, so governor, governor, governor. So doesn't have such power. Or else you can read this Articles 164. He will appoint chief ministers on the aid and advice of chief ministers. He will elect the ministers. This is what usually follows. Usually follows this is the system, but however, sometimes this will happen. So does governor has a power to remove a minister? Yes or no?
No, sir.
No.
Absolutely no. Absolutely remember that issue. Quite important for us. Now, the next issue is regarding Office of Profit. Regarding Office of Profit. Office of Profit. Anyone want to explain this Office of Profit? Anyone want to explain Office of Profit? No one? No one want to explain this? Office of Profit. Very simple topic, very easy topic also. Very simple, very easy. Anyone? I'm just waiting for your call. Anyone?
Sir, when we take any government body for our advantage, like we take personal advantage from any government body.
Very
So
good.
from where he's getting paid?
Very good. Very good. Any other? Any other? Any other opinion?
So, if an individual is working under any government office, it may be any state or central, he cannot hold any other government office.
Nice. Impressed with all your correct answers. So, hope my screen is visible. Am I?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
See, what happened, I will tell you, then you will get a clarity. That in America, in American Constitution, there is a provision that the friends and the people who worked for the family, the friends and the people who worked for the party, and that particular people will get benefits, will get benefits, and that benefits you can lead to, like, it will lead to that benefits will lead to some kind of economic generation, like that. They become popular, they will rush the government, they will run the government. That is a separate story. Now, when in American Constitution created such a system, that system should help the, I mean, system which is helping the people who favor the party. But Indian government doesn't choose that model, because that model will tries to influence many people. If I became the chief minister of Andhra Pradesh, now if I am influencing my family and friends to get a new jobs, that is the problem with the office of profit. That is the problem with office of profit. You know why? Because you should not, in the sense that you should not misuse your office for your benefits. As one of our friend told, a minister should not misuse his office to influence the policies. That is the outcome topic of this particular issue, that is fossil fuels and burning. Sorry, that is mining issue and everything. So office of profit is quite important. Hope hope you got clear. Now I would like to explain what do you mean by office of profit. Office of profit means getting some corruption, getting involved in some other issues. Again, whatever the issue is, there is office of profit. So don't earn more money. More money. If you earn more money while in office by influencing your character, so obviously you will be penalized for many things. So don't do that. Just have an idea that this is office of profit, not defined in the constitution, not defined in the constitution. Just have an idea. Okay. Next, some other political bodies created this so-called the problems to India. So instead of settling the problem, they are dragging the problem. But I cannot tell you when it will be implemented or not. But still, let us hope that it will goes on. So now, what I want to convey to you is this declaration name is important. Namsai declaration. So Namsai declaration was given by okay. So Namsai declaration is important. So they want to settle the border issues here. So any other mechanism exists here? Article 263. Article 263 Interstate Council. Article 263 Interstate Council can also help the center and state. Article 263 Interstate Council also help the interstate issues, may help the other temperature adaptive skills like that. So this is quite important one. Do remember that. So NAMSA declaration is important. Article 263 is also important. Do remember that. Next, Niti Aayog launched these two schemes this year. So this year we can know what is Article 256, 246A. Talks about A, starts about panchayats. Okay, panchayats. So then we have Greco bacteria. Sorry, then we have Article 276 here, and this is also quite important. This is also quite important for our point of view. So what I want to convey to you is these two articles are quite important. Sorry, I lost a connection, I guess. Am I audible to you now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, I lost connection, and I hope now it is visible to you, and hope you're able to see me now. Is my screen is visible to you?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this year we are going to see. Sorry. So this year, because of COVID, not this year, 2 years back, people are released from the jail. Almost 4,425 members released from the jail, and these people are released on two aspects, two different dimensions. One is your parole, and one is your furlough. Okay, parole and furlough. Okay, furlough and parole. Both are important. MCQs can be framed from this topic. So do have an idea. MCQs are possible on this topic. Do have an idea. So I just want to go for comparison between the two. Comparison between the two. So MCQs are most important area here. So just exchanging the things, they can simply play with you football and hockey. So just let us try to understand. So for is given a matter of right. I mean, given for after 1 year jail and maximum 21 days a year. So it is a matter of right that you can get that after the jail, after 1 year, you can get this parole. But it is not a matter of jail. Parole is not a matter of jail. Second thing, permission granted periodically, but can be defined insufficient. That is my instance. That is, you can take the opinion later. Next, you have that if the authority is satisfied, then only they will go for the parole. Okay, they will go for the parole, and it is treated as a remission. It is treated as a remission, whereas uh, after a certain period of time, you see the people who received the blood, they will come back and they will give. That is what we believe. No, that's the reason people whoever grant parole, they will come back within short time. Here they will come back, and here the period of the period of parole is just 90 days. Just 90 days. So after that they should come back. They should come back, and reasons for parole should be specified by the jail authorities. Okay, so parole is a matter of right. Parole is whenever you are satisfied, you can go ahead with that. And grant of parole is not a simple thing. It based on the socio-economic factors. So it has 60 days of time here. So within 60 days, it is counted, and you have to come back. This is parole and parole. Both are important. Can be changed for prelims point of view. Just have an idea. So one is your matter of jail is not an important thing here. So parole is given for 21 days also, whereas parole is almost uh, master like. I mean, the person who was respected in this society. So that is what parole. Just do have remember that. Just read them whenever it is available to you. Notes is available. Just read them. That is enough. Next is that adult sex workers should be respected with respect, with dignity and everything. So not very much important issue. One thing which inspired me to bring this is Article 142 for the point of complete justice. Complete justice 142. Supreme Court can pass the orders. So this is one of the UPSC previous year questions. For complete justice, Supreme Court of India can issue orders. Whatever the case pending in India, whatever law is under issue, whatever whatever the politics is about, if he believes, he will do it. That trust he created over the issues, over the time, that whatever the issue is there, Supreme Court will come and it will rescue. If it is decided to involve, Supreme Court can involve in any matter in the court of land. Such a widening power was given to Supreme Board through Article 1, through Article, particularly this Article, okay, this Article 142. So, Article 142, the most important article we should remember from Supreme Court point of view. Okay, so tell me now, complete justice in Indian Constitution associated with Supreme Court under which article?
142, sir.
Yes, please. 142. Everyone should remind this article 142. Do remember that. Now, you all were aware that the sex workers or the prostitutions do have a scheme. The scheme name is Ujwala. Don't confuse it with one uh, JALA. Single L is there. So that is different here. So single L is here. That is different here. And Ujala is different here. Ujala is different here, and Ujwala is different here. So everything has their own meaning. But I request you, it is Ujwala is our issue with respect to this prostitutions. So people whoever joined here, they will try to be a messiah and they will try to showcase their all the things and everything. Don't believe them. But Ujwala is very important scheme. Ujwala scheme helps the people in victimization. So whenever girl students are there, parents will have some kind of insecurity. So this can be a chance to human trafficking also. So there are many cases human trafficking is going on. This human trafficking to prostitution is going on. However, whenever trafficking people are rescued, they will be sent to the Uzbala house. So Uzbala house should be remembered whenever you remember you will get to know about prostitution. So this try to understand here in this case. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So the next issue is that is bail law in India. But I'm not going to discuss with the bail law because MCQs may not possible. But however, if you are going to write the GS3, then you will get the idea of again you will get the idea of the idea of this bail. Okay, so bail is important. So types of bails are there: regular bail and anticipatory bail. Anticipatory means before the offense only they will try to inform you. One more is regular bail, the bail which is you and me are well aware. The bail which you and me are well aware is regular bail. The bail which is given before the arrest and everything, it is anticipatory bail. Okay. So for this, you should remember Article 20, 21, 22. So three are important. In fact, 21, 20 are very much important to understand the democracy in India. Okay. So Article 20, 21 is important. Bail law is also important. So bail law is in news because she want to go for marriage with an England person. So not our business. Just leave it. Just read it and leave it. Now here, I would like to go for it. It is the Bilkis Bano case. I haven't touched this aspect in the last. I mean, in the previous slides. So let us try to understand this issue very clearly. The Bilkis Bano case. Okay. Just give a second, please. Just give a second. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So Bilkis Bano case, which we discussed just before that, what is the process here? The first thing is uh, Article 72, Article 161. We should remember here. Both are very important. So with respect to both things, they should work on the advice of Council of Ministers. And here, the process we understand. This can be very important thing. Number one. So first of all, president president will go for it, and then home minister will give advices, and then president will act. With respect to state government also, even though governor is working, but state home ministry will give advices. Yes, they will work based on the cabinet ministers only, but still it is home ministry will play very major role in this particular aspects. Okay. So with respect to whenever people are applying for capital punishment, and pardoning powers, it is the home ministry will play an important role. Do remember this point. These are comparisons. So if you see, it will include pardon, reprieve, respite, remit, suspend. So I will give you one by one example here. So pardon. What do you mean by pardon? It was happened in Sushil Sushil Murmu case. Sushil Murmu case, a case of Bali. How many of you aware about Bali? We call Bali. I don't know what you sacrifice.
Yes, sir.
What do you call? You will call Bali.
Yes, sir. We call Bali.
So what Sushil Murmu did, she gave Bali of a 9 years old kid. I think less than 10 years old kid. He was died. She was arrested. She got capital punishment, but later she got some kind of reduction in her sentence. Okay, so I should not use the here. So what I can tell you is her punishment was reduced. Her punishment was reduced. So that is what I want to confirm to you, that her punishment was reduced to next level. Reduced to next level. The the process here, I would like to tell you that in Sushil Murmu case, is a respite. Okay, it is a respite example. I'm sorry, it is not pardon, it is a respite example. Okay, so here respite is that reducing the sentences based on the special fact. Based on the special fact, respite is based on the special fact. Your your punishment can be reduced. Number two, pardon is a complete end of your punishments. A complete end in the sense, completely you will be removed from your punishments completely. Okay, completely will be removed from this punishment, that is pardon. Further, we have reprieve. Reprieve means temporary stay. Reprieve means temporary stay on the proceedings. That is reprieve. Reprieve is temporary stay, is the thing. Now remit. Remit means they will reduce the, they will reduce, they will change the, in fact, they will, sorry, they will reduce the time of the punishment. Reprieve means they will reduce the time of the punishment. And last we have commute. Last we have commute. That is replacing one form of punishment with the less form of punishment. Okay, one form of punishment with the less form of punishment. So I would like to tell you that pardon is complete end of all punishments. Please note down in the single statements. Pardon is complete end of the all statements. With one pardon, everything is end there. Next, reprieve. So reprieve is a special case in which, that is, the original punishment can be changed due to special fact. Due to special fact, it will change. A respite. A respite is respite is the thing, and remit is decreasing the sentence. Remit is decreasing the sentence while retaining the character, and commute is completely changing punishment. So I refer you, I recommend you to refer your class notes or Lashmikant notes for better clarity, because this issue is conceptual thing. Please do remind, do focus on the things. Please do watch the things. Next we have Yuva. Yuva is a writing competition scheme announced by Government of India. Don't stress too much. It is just a writing competition, a writing competition program, part of 75 years of our independence, and it is going to select 75 authors in India, and scholarship will be provided for the 6 months of the period. Okay, for the 6 months of the period, they will provide you this. It is Yuva program. Just have an idea that Yuva program is a scholarship program for writers. Next, UIDAI topped the grievance redressal index. UIDAI topped the grievance redressal index. So before going to explain this, how many of you are aware about Aadhaar and right to privacy issue? I repeat again, how many of you are aware about Aadhaar and right to privacy issue? I'm waiting for your reply. If yes, yes. No means no, that's it. Don't waste our time.
No, sir.
No from Preeti. No from Jeet.
So Aadhaar in sense Aadhaar card.
Aadhaar means Aadhaar card. This is wonderful. Vasco da Gama of India. Where are you, my dear madam? I guess it is Joey. Only Joey can do this. Joey,
Yes, sir.
I can understand. Joey, can you recite that Sivatandava for me?
So now,
Any other thing, not Sivatandava.
okay, sir. कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहतं नमामि.
Wow. Absolutely, you need applause, in fact.
Thank you, sir.
Is it true? She sang very well, right?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely,
Yes, sir.
absolutely. I think Divi told us she will sing a song, but she's skipping. Divi from Raipur. Okay, we won't stress her. Are you there?
Was not skipping, sir.
It's me. I'm skipping.
No, sir. Sir, if you want, I can sing.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. मैं बारिश की बोली समझता नहीं था हवाओं से मैं यूं उलझता नहीं था सीने में दिल की कहाँ थी मुझे ये खबर हूँ कहीं पे हो रातें कहीं पे सवेरे आवारगी रही साथ मेरे ठहर जा है कहती मुझे ये ज़मीं क्या हाल हो गया है मेरा आंखें मेरी हर जगह ढूंढे तुम्हें बेवजह ये मैं हूँ या कोई और है मेरी तरह हाँ, कैसे हुआ कैसे हुआ तू इतना जरूरी कैसे हुआ
Wow, I guess you're a professional singer. I guess.
Sir, I am
Absolutely,
classical singer.
absolutely fabulous. You know,
Thank you.
I, you need to applause. I guess people are giving without my request itself. Absolutely. Thank you so much for your singing talent, Joey and
Thank you, sir.
Devi. Thanks a lot for
Very
your.
good. Very.
Thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely fine. Okay, so hope my screen is visible. Am I?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Listen. Uh, the idea of Aadhaar was put forward and it went developed in India. So after that, the problems began. But who gave the authority to Aadhaar to collect our details? So are our details are safe or not? So what is this Aadhaar is about? Everything got question, question, question. And finally, the question was answered by this beautiful act called as Aadhaar Act. So Aadhaar card is not a constitutional document. Aadhaar card is not a universal document. Aadhaar card is just a optional document today. Further, Aadhaar card maintenance and everything will be done by Aadhaar authority. There is UIDAI authority, Unique Identification Authority of India, UIDAI. And this UIDAI is a statutory body established under established under Aadhaar Act. So UIDAI works under which ministry? Under MITI, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. Under that ministry, it will work out. Okay, UIDAI. So this information should be with our with our with our revision for our exam point of view. Okay, so UIDAI and its structure is important for us to understand. So what is structure of UIDAI? So UIDAI will works with the Ministry of Information and Technology, and it will help in providing details. I mean that money transfers to the people. Okay, So the most important thing I would like to tell you that this UIDAI authority was established under the aegis of Planning Commission. Most important information. Planning Commission in the year 2009. However, it became a statutory body by this Aadhaar Act. So comfortably, I can tell you that it is not established after Aadhaar. It is even established before the Aadhaar Act itself. So before the Aadhaar card, it was established. Okay. Now within the Aadhaar, you will have numbers. You will have details of your basic details and everything. However, sharing of Aadhaar without your intimation, without your information is violation of a fundamental right called as a right to privacy. Right to privacy comes under Article 21. Right to privacy comes under Article 21. So, privacy should not be violated by Aadhaar, and Aadhaar should not uh, uh, card to violate any other's privacy people. Privacy should be respected by all. Okay. So this information number one is UIDAI is first in the grievance redressal index of DARPG. Don't try to read the abbreviation now. Just have an idea here. UIDAI got the first place in grievance redressal by DARPG. I told you Aadhaar is working under, that is UIDAI is a statutory body under Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. That's enough. So next we have EWS reservation. Article 15, Article 16. Constitutional Amendment 103 added 15 clause 6, 16 clause 6 to provide EWS reservation to the public. According to these amendments, 10% reservation was given to economic weaker sections based on Article 45 of Indian Constitution. Article 45 of Indian Constitution. So, I repeat again, that is EWS reservation is based on the Article 45 of the DPSPs. Article 45 of DPSPs. So, this information should be keep in your mind. There is an eligibility list. You should not have more than 8 acres. You should not have a problem you should not you should not have more than 5 acres. You should not generate the income more than 8 lakhs. So on that note, we have a special criteria for this. If possible, read that from internet. But just have an idea. This year, economic weaker section is in use because constitutionally it was now allowed by Supreme Court of India. Allowed by Supreme Court of India in this famous case. The case name is yes, Janhit Abhiyan versus Union of India. Janahit Abhiyan versus Union of India. Janahit Abhiyan versus Union of India. Okay, so do you have an idea about these things? And then we have electoral bonds issue, party symbol issue, and sweep, of course. What else are there? Yeah. Okay. I think we will finish these things in our next sessions. Probably next week we'll finish these things, electoral bonds and other stuff. So next we'll see you and meet you in the next week. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Before
Thank you, sir.
before that, just give me a clarification. Does this session is so lengthy because I covered most, I mean many topics, right? So do you feel any lengthy like that?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I think you people are rocking. If I continue to teach like this, some others will say, sir, so many topics are there. How to read like that? How many of you are writing prelims this year, my dear friends?
Sir, me.
I know Joey, you are writing. I think Kaushal is also writing, I guess. Preeti, seriously, Preeti and Aparna.
Yes, sir.
Preeti, since when you are preparing, Preeti? Because recently I came to, see your name in classes. Since when you are preparing, Preeti?
So from the past 1 year, actually, I watched these lectures, like the recorded lectures.
Oh, then it's okay. Aparna, you?
Sir, this year only.
Okay. What's your optional, Aparna?
The chemistry.
Great. Preeti, what's your optional?
So sociology.
Sociology. Great, great, great. Joey, I think you decided with. I
Sir,
think
I decided with Arthro.
Anthro. Good, good, good. I guess no other is writing. Shekhar, you are not writing. Kaushal, you are not writing.
So I will attempt, but I'm not serious for this year, sir.
Okay, Kaushal. What's your optional?
Same for me.
So actually, my first preference is for Indian Forest Service. So I'm having two optionals, sir. First one is zoology, which I'm going to choose for my civil service also for IS, and other one is forestry, sir.
Great, great, great. So you need to get good score in prelims, in fact, to qualify for the both papers. So how many of you are working? Are any working people are there? Any students, those who are writing prelims?
Yes, sir.
Those who are writing prelims, I guess no one is working. Right. So if possible, I think Shekhar is working. Those, if possible, try to
Sir.
follow my advice for those who are not working. So plan your day like this. Preeti and Joey, Aparna, Kaushal, those who are writing seriously this attempt. First of all, plan your day. So just calculate how many hours you are staying awake. In the sense, after sleeping, exclude 24 hours sleeping. Let us say 8 hours, and then plan your day. For example, 2 hours history. Take 1 hour break. Read some current affairs. 2 hours polity. Take 1 hour break. Read some map pointings. 2 hours something else. Read some national parks and some culture stuff. Keywords, particularly keywords. See, in the entire current affairs session, I only teach about keywords. I haven't touched about any other aspects. Only keywords I'm explaining you. So those keywords you should focus. Nothing else is important. Understood? So after that, you should also focus about the important locations and names. So you need to keep that information. So after completing next session, we can finish this polity. After that, I will start IR. So most probably I will bring all the current issues of places in news. So within one session, I may take 2 sessions. I will finish the other stuff. Further, further, I can tell you that you should also have a clarity over economy section, in which you should know conceptual things and current issues. So I can suggest you that, let us say if you read polity today, simultaneously sometimes later you can also read current affairs. So like that, work out on it. Don't waste your time. Focus on the things which is productivity is important. Invest your energy on the things which you can learn something, improve something. So don't waste your time in any other platforms. Next 46 days or 45 days are very important for all of us. So people like you, prepare well. In case of any further difficulties or challenges, write to my mail ID, Kalyans or corrections. I'm helpful to you. Very helpful to you in that aspects. And apart from that, if you feeling any uncomfort with any topics, let me know. Then also we can cover up in the current affair issues. All the very best for your future. All the very best for your exams. Don't waste your time. Have faith on yourself. Be confident. Give your best. Leave the rest. And just do it. Rock yourself. All the best. Thank you so much and good night. Jai Hind. Namaste.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Jai Hind.
Thank you. Thank you.
Jai Hind, sir.
Sir.